Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi le 5 septembre. Yesterday, c'était lundi le 4 septembre. C'était la fête du travail ou Labor Day. Donc, il n'y avait, there wasn't, pas de classe. Il n'y avait pas de classe. Donc, aujourd'hui, c'est mardi le 5 septembre. Since we're still beginning our week, let's take a look at our weekly agenda. Cette semaine, il y a une traduction. You're going to have your first translation for the branche ou crocodile story. So you're going to be taking what you wrote in your cahier, or write and discuss last week after that story, and you're going to be translating it. That's why I had you skip every other line so you could put the English translation in every other line. You'll then take a picture of it and upload it to the Schoology assignment. You'll also have the same TPR, les mêmes actions, same actions, as you had last week. There's a new song of the week, however, about les mois. So now that we've talked about the days of the week, we're going to talk about the months of the year. You again have two discussions. The first one is going to be on Wednesday. The other one will be on Friday. You have another flip video to make. You're going to have your first special person this week. So whereas last week we did the story about branche ou crocodile, this week we're going to talk about a person, and we're going to be learning some vocab that we can use to talk about people, to describe them. We're also going to learn a couple ways that we can practice our vocab that we're learning through these stories. With Quizlet and GimKit, you'll have another quick write this week, and then you'll have your weekly check-in. So before you go on to what we have for this week, if you could just make sure that you have submitted all of these items from the last 2 weeks, and also just be aware that if you're turning anything in that has already been graded in Power School, you need to do a late work form for me. That can be found in Schoology. And it's right here, and you just fill it out with the name of the assignment and some other information, and then I will know that you've turned something in, because if I've already gone through and graded it for other students, that means that I'm not planning to go back to that unless I receive something that says that a student has done it. So as I stated in that Understanding Our Course Google form, you do have some time to finish late assignments without being penalized until the 9-week grading period is over, which is at the end of October. However, the kind of built-in consequence for that is that things pile up. So as you do those items that you haven't turned in yet, just make sure you're also turning in a late work form so I know to grade them. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you was if you do have a missing assignment in Power School, for each of the assignments in Power School, I always put the week and the day in which the assignment was assigned. So, for example, our Ilia reading worksheet, the one with all the animals, the picture collage of the animals on it, was from week 2, mardi. So if you see that you have a 0 on that particular assignment in Power School, you can go back to our Schoology. You can go to previous weeks, because we're looking at week 2. That'll be a previous week. Now, I haven't put week 2 in here yet. It will be in there. And then you'll open it up. Okay, sorry, week 2 is still out here since I haven't moved it yet. I will, by the time you see this video, have moved it. But you'll go into the week 2 folder. You'll go into the mardi folder. And that is where you'll see the Ilia reading worksheet assignment so that you can submit it. Complete it, then submit it. And remember to also fill out a late work form right here when you do so. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. Otherwise, if it doesn't make sense, then make sure you're either emailing me or jumping on our meet on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday between noon and 12:30, Michon French Online, where I will help you with whatever questions you might have. Okay, so that brings us to specifically aujourd'hui, today. You have a new mot de passe that you need to put in your cahier, in your notebook. You have your translation that I mentioned earlier that you'll be putting in your cahier as well. You'll have les gestes from last week, but I want you to practice them again because they're going to come into play for our flip video this week. And then we have our new chanson de la semaine, our new song of the week, just for practice. You don't have to do a thing with it. I just want you to listen to it. So, le nouveau mot de passe, merci. Merci. Et en anglais, merci, thank you. So just use this format to put that into your cahier, your notebook. Next, you have la traduction, your translation. Now, if you did not write this down when we did this story last week, that's okay. There is this handy-dandy document right here where you'll be able to find all of your stories. So far, we've just had the one, so Branche ou Crocodile is the only one in here. I might go ahead and add the one that we did with the two pictures that we compared and contrasted last week, but for now, you don't need that one anyway. So to see that story and what you need to translate, you're clicking on this link and you can see. So these are the words that you should be translating. It should all be handwritten. Last week, you should have written this down, skipping lines. If you didn't write it out last week, no worries, you can do it now. Again, the consequence there is just that there's one extra step for you to do. Again, handwritten. You will not get full credit if you type it. You'll only get half credit, so make sure it's handwritten. You'll take a picture of it, and then you'll upload it to the assignment, which you'll be able to find in today's folder on Schoology. So that's the only thing you actually need to submit today. These next two things, practicing with our TPR, again, our les gestes, our different action words. And then also, I want you to listen to this song to start getting to know les mois de l'année, the months of the year. And we'll continue. If you watched Monday's video from last week, you saw we did something called calendar talk. We're going to continue doing that. I'll have another one of those as part of my video tomorrow. This plays into that, or knowing the months is important to understand the calendar talk portion of our videos. And that is it for mardi, le 5 septembre. Au revoir tout le monde.